There's a saying, when you don't have money, you talk about money. When you have money, you talk about assets.
So what about cars? Is that an asset or a...
No, car is an asset.
Okay.
But you have to calculate how much is the loan against it.
Okay.
The house is generally the biggest asset people have. And sometimes the economy goes negative and people lose value in the house.
A recent CNBC study found that 61% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck.
Unfortunately, the trend has been, and especially the politics, like now Donald Trump has given the tax break to all the millionaires and billionaires, not to poor people.
Today we're talking about chapter 6 of the WealthScore book, our asset scores. Welcome back to the JoyScore Podcast. Today we're talking about chapter 6 of the WealthScore book, our asset score. So we're going to give you all the tips and tricks. And I am joined with Professor Joy.
Thank you.
Can you tell us what is an asset score and why is it important?
So, at the concept of financial wellness, it's all based on assets. So, there's a saying, when you don't have money, you talk about money. When you have money, you talk about assets. Or you talk about net worth. So net worth is based on assets. It's pretty much, you take the value of all your assets minus your liability, and whatever is left with is your net worth.
Okay.
Yeah.
If that sounds confusing, me too, but we're going to break it down today with Professor Joy. So what is the asset score look at? Like, what is included in your asset score?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah. It's like all the properties, assets, all the valuables you have at home, car, watches, pens, anything.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, at one point I had to, because of the divorce, I had to have everything outlined, and I didn't realize how much junk I had.
Yeah. So the book gives us tips to boost our asset score, like paying off debt, and what are some other tips, like if our asset score is lacking?
So, obviously, the main negative in our life is all the liabilities, like the money you owe to anybody, or loans on anything.
So they're like negative.
Yeah,
okay.
Those are negative. So just say, for discussion, that total value of your assets is $100. And when you accumulate and total up all your liabilities, all the loans and credit cards and on and on and on, is $50 total. So 100 minus 50 is 50. That's your net worth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that pretty much translates into this quote.
So what about cars? Is that an asset or a...
No, car is an asset.
Okay.
But you have to calculate how much is the loan against.
Okay.
So let's say, car is a good example. Let's say it being an asset. So sometimes people would finance it to the point where the value of the car is less than the money owed.
Yeah.
And the value of that asset is zero.
Yeah.
Or is negative.
Yeah.
So if you owe more money than its value, then it's a negative value.
So what about the way you're describing it? It sounds like you probably need money to have a healthy asset score.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, money in a sense that that's what I was saying. We have to define. So assets have a value, okay? And the liabilities have a negative value. So you need everything you possibly can, but you also have to calculate how much is the money owed against it.
Okay.
So the house is generally the biggest asset people have. And sometimes the economy goes negative and people lose value in the house, meaning the money owed to the bank is more than the value of the house because the time change. It has happened many times. And people have lost their properties because of that. Same thing. So after house, it generally is your car.
Yeah.
And then everything.
So what about like somebody like me? Like I have nothing in my savings, but I like go to concerts and I vacation all the time. Like, are they not assets? Like experiences are not assets?
Experiences are not assets.
Okay.
In fact, to be a little bit hard on you,
Yes, please do.
you are a typical American lifestyle
Okay.
who lives on day-to-day, paycheck to paycheck.
Okay.
Nothing in the savings. If anything goes wrong in your life, you're stressed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's typical American.
Yeah.
And you're not even American.
Typical Australian, I think that's the same.
You're an Australian, learn to live a typical American lifestyle.
Okay. So where should I go from here? Like,
Okay.
what's your number one?
So number one, you should start thinking. I think the biggest asset you have is a car. Okay? You need to sit down and calculate what is the value of your car, and then how much do you owe against it. And whatever else you have that you owe money against, you calculate all that and say, okay, this is my total liability.
Yeah.
So that's the negative. And the value of my car is this. And then you'll say, okay, based on this, do I have positive asset value or negative asset value? Negative asset value meaning your asset doesn't have any value.
Yeah.
Because you owe more than the value of your asset.
Yeah.
So that's the way to think about it. So you have to slowly start accumulating value in your asset, which is your car.
Yeah.
Meaning slowly try to bring the negative loans on it down so that when they say, now I have a positive value.
Yeah.
That becomes your asset.
Okay, beautiful. That's a good tip. So I have some facts. A recent CNBC study found that 61% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck.
61%.
The American lifestyle.
See, that's pretty high.
It's huge.
Yeah. So you're part of the 61%.
Yes. Meanwhile, a 2025 report showed that billionaires collectively gained $1.2 trillion in wealth last year.
Last year.
Yes.
See, billionaires always gain.
So there is a code. There's a code that they're doing that makes them have money coming in.
Right.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, the trend has been, and especially the politics, like now Donald Trump given the tax break to all the millionaires and billionaires, not to poor people. The 61% don't get any.
No.
All the billionaires and people with wealth have gotten a lot of breaks in their taxes.
Yeah.
And that's the way it has been for the last many years.
Yeah. So do you think that the system, I guess, is made to fail the 61%, or do you think they just don't understand how it works?
They don't care.
Yeah.
Actually, there is when I went to Harvard Business School, um, they had us, meaning people in that program, calculate their percentile in terms of where did each one of us belong in terms of the U.S. population percentile. So in that, we had a composite formula. You had the net worth, which is the amount of assets, education, professional standing, and all the other accomplishments. So I realized that I was in higher than 1% of the population. And I said, that doesn't make sense because I'm not that smart. How did I get up there
Yeah.
that high? And it was mind-boggling. So I started analyzing and thinking, how did it happen? Now, can you guess what could have been the reason for my success?
I didn't know.
Joy.
Joy. Beautiful.
So in 80s, I got inspired by Betty Edwards because of her book. And I adopted joy as the theme for my teaching philosophy and everything. And that taught me how to achieve my goals through joy. So I can actually owe it to joy and Betty Edwards.
And that's why we're teaching the people.
Yeah. Now we're teaching. Is no 28%. 72 is the magic number, like I was talking about your asset to liability ratio. So 72% should be your asset.
Okay. Okay, nice. Well, I think
That's it.
I've learned a lot from you. I do have a poll for the audience, and you can answer if you like, but we'll post the results next podcast. So if you had $10,000 right now, what would you do with it? A, put it in saving. B, invest it to try doubling it in the future. C, pay off the debt. Or D, spend it guilt-free on something because life is short. What would you do with it?
Well, I don't want to influence the survey.
Okay. Because I would probably be D.
You will do what?
D, spend it on something.
I would implement the 72 rule, and I would either, I would try to split it up if it's, in between savings and investing, and spend maybe 20% of it.
That's very smart.
I like that, and also like the fact that you're not going to invest all of it, because investments are generally risky.
Yeah.
So you don't want to take risk with everything you have.
Okay.
Because you may lose everything.
Yeah.
So that also you should think, how much of it can I lose and not be bothered?
Right.
It's like I used to go with my family to Las Vegas, and I always had $2,000 limit for gambling. So when I'm done, I'm done. I'm not going to go take more money out of anything like that. But most of the time, believe it or not, I played blackjack. Okay, do you know blackjack?
I do.
I've heard of it.
So in blackjack, you're sitting with people who are very aggressive and anxious lose. People like me who are cool, they don't care, sit there and let the dealer burn all the time, win. So every time I won, and I generally wake up early, like 4 or 5 o'clock, I'm up and I go play blackjack. And the kids start waking up around 10, so I can say, hey, here's $100 for each one of you, This is for my win, and they'll keep saying, hey, could you go play some more? It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Just to add, we're not saying that gambling is a form of investment.
Disclaimer.
Yes.
For me it was. But then there were some times I lost it all too.
Yeah.
But that was my philosophy, that I would not exceed the money I had allocated. When I'm done, I'm done. I'm happy with that.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
Well, thank you, Professor Joy. Thank you for joining us. Bye.